Beer Babies and Tin Man presents Battle of the Beers. In the blue corner, weighing in at 100 pounds, the pale whaler, Hazy Hands himself, Will, coming in at 100 pounds. He hates beers, but loves Biffs, the cider slugger. In the red corner, Declan. It's more than a beer review. It's the ultimate beer competition. Only one will be left standing. Has there ever been a greater union? That's right. This is Beer Baby / Tin Man, and we are presenting the Battle of the Beers. So, as Declan's got the box over there, you can see the website up at the top there. It'll also be in all our informations. Tin Man actually make their own hand-picked 12 packs. I believe you can also get 24 packs as well, if you're feeling like you want to double up. So they do hand-picked boxes of beer that are delivered conveniently to your door. We've received one of these, and my goodness, it had such an amazing array of beers. We were trying to come up with something interesting to about it, and we thought, if someone's gone out of the way to meticulously select these beers, it must have been for a reason. And we didn't ask the great folks at Tin Man, but we could tell they wanted us to battle these beers.
It was obvious. It was just dig a big pit and just throw them all in. Who's going to be the winner?
So we're down in the pit right now, and because they came in 4 packs, we thought that must be what they want us to do. So right now we're going to put the first 4 of those beers up against each other and let them slug it out.
Let's do it. I'm keen.
Just, if you're a big Tin Man fan and that's how you found us, just so you know, my name is Will and I like some beers. Joining me on the podcast, we've got Declan.
Hey, I'm Declan. I don't like any beers.
And we've also got Billy.
Hi guys, I'm Billy. I like a lot of beers.
So we normally do our 6-pack test to rate these beers, but we thought because it's such an awesome opportunity, we'd do things a little bit different. Now, what we're going to do is we've actually broken our scoring down, and we're going to break it into 3 categories. So, Billy, what's the first category?
Taste.
I thought it was the other one, but that's good. I'm glad. So, taste. So, what are we going to score that one out of?
We're only going to score out of 2 this time. Easy numbers, easy maths.
So you can score between 0 and 2 for taste. Declan, what's the second one?
The second one is canned.
Yep, exactly. So how does it look? We're going to be looking at. And Declan, what do we score that one out of?
2.
Yep. So from 0 to 2. And the last one is wow. And what is wow, you might be asking? I'm not going to say, okay? It's more of a feeling than anything else. And again, you score that one from 0 to 2. So at the end of the day, for each of these cans, we will know out of 6, which is the best. So we're going to do this whole big tournament to find out which is the best beer. And hopefully, you'll find out towards the end. So that's enough preamble. It's time to get going. And I'm going to start with this lovely beer. It's called the Pipe Dream. It's a coastal lager, and it's by Gage Roads. I might get you guys to pour some of this out, and I'll read you a little bit of info.
Give me that delicious beer.
So, Gage Roads is actually named after the strip of ocean that separates Rottnest Island from Fremantle. So this, if you couldn't tell from that, this is a West Australian beer. So they say on their website that imagine jumping into the ocean, your first swim of summer. We've bottled that feeling into this lager, crisp, clean and refreshing, with zesty citrus aromas and smooth bitterness. Brewed naturally with nothing more than water, hops, yeast and malt. Living the dream.
So ignoring my terrible pour, that's kind of what it looks like. It's a really light colour.
You didn't pour much out, this can's full.
Yeah, no, I'm coming back for seconds. What do you reckon, Declan?
Off the bat, I got some Bogues vibes from the smell. I mean, yeah.
I guess it's those sort of like lagery sort of hoppiness.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. I definitely agree.
I like this the name because it's and it sort of feeds into the can as well. It's got this beautiful sort of beach scenery. So like your pipe dreams, I'm guessing sort of they've gone for like a double meaning as like pipe dreams as in like riding the pipe, like the waves, all that sort of stuff, but also like pipe dreams as in like beautiful ideas and that sort of stuff, like he's talking pipe dreams. So
didn't even get the reference.
So yeah, well that's why I thought I'd explain it mostly for you, Billy.
Yeah, I'm not a big surfer.
So Declan, sounds like you didn't love the first hit of the smell. What about the taste?
The taste actually was pretty mild. It's very drinkable, I think.
Okay. What do you think, Bill?
I've finished. Can I have some more? And I'll let you know. It's a trade-off. Yeah, like it does kind of have that like kind of lagery smell, but it's got a nice. I think it's got a nice balanced kind of palate. Like it's not offensive. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty drinkable.
I think it's definitely leaning into that sort of crispness. It's nice, crisp. I think it's definitely like that ride up. Like imagine you've just got out of the beach after like a beautiful hot day, and I'm talking about like WA beaches, not Tassie beaches. It's beautiful over there.
It's hard to imagine right now. It's a bit cold in here.
But yeah, no, I think this is really nice. So I think we better start rating. So let's all let's work our whole way through. So I think for taste, I'm going to give this one a 1. It's there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not really grabbing me. I think the can is quite cool, but it's it is. I wanted to mark it down, but it's a beautiful can. So I'm going to give it a 2. As for the wall, it's not. I'm not getting a wall. I'm going to give that a 0 for wall. So that's a 1, 1, and a 0 scorekeeper. What about you, Bill?
I'm going to pretty much say the exact same. The taste isn't too bad. There's nothing too exciting. So
Have a look.
I'm going to give the taste a 1, just like Will. I'm digging the can. I'm digging the pastel themes. It seems pretty cool. We're not doing halves, so I'm going to give the can. I'm going to give it a 2. For design, I think that's pretty cool. And as far as wow, yeah, ditto. Like it's nothing too crazy about it. It's what you expect. So I'm going to give it a 0 for the wow.
I will probably give the can. I like the can. I think it's a cool can. So I'm going to give it a 2. And the taste was definitely a 1. And I'm going the same 0. Nothing's wowing me. Mm-hmm. No World of Warcraft here.
Hey, we're not easily wowed.
Speaking of not easily wowed, Billy, it's your turn. What have you got for us over in the corner?
Beautiful segue, Will. You're not much of a wower yourself. Oh, I've got the Sunday Road.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday Road Brewing Co. This is the Blackwoods Pale Ale. Declan, can you do the honours?
I certainly can, Billy.
So, like I said, this is a pale ale. It's from Sunday Road Brewing Co. So they're located in New South Wales. They're in
Jesus, you can
Kirrawee.
give me the can.
Kirrawee. And yeah, I'm excited for this beer. It's a very strong beer. So
How strong we talking, Billy?
I actually don't have the can with me anymore, but I think it was like 5.1%.
Yeah, so it's 5.2%, which is pretty hardy.
Got a decent smell to it.
What are you smelling, Declan?
Hops and aromas.
I love that. If I asked Freddie what it smelled like, he would say the same thing. So
It smells like a very...
You got a very smart boy there, William.
that's milder than I was expecting. Like it's real.
Is it malty too? Like a little bit... Is it a little bit sweet? I know we've all got different palates, and I know I normally don't.
I wouldn't go sweet. I think it's almost like peppery. Like I don't know where that's coming
it's a bit
from.
spicy, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa. Anybody got some milk?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm struggling over here. What do you? So Billy's getting sweet. I'm getting pepper. What are you getting, Jag?
I'm getting nothing. I don't know. Oh, I'm getting bitter. I'm always getting bitter, though. I'm a very bitter
you're
guy.
a bitty guy.
Pale ales are known for being a little bit bitter. Do you know pale ales came from England?
Wow, did they?
Just like a lot of beers.
Yeah. What else can you tell us about this beer, Billy?
Well, they were invented in about 1703, around about that era.
What was this beer specifically invented in 1803 or whatever you said?
1703.
1703.
Definitely not.
Oh.
This company is a little bit newer than that.
Oh, really? What can you tell us about this company?
That they're located in New South Wales.
Oh,
So,
wow.
did you know, Billy, that the Blackwoods Beach is a hidden gem and local favourite? Like the beaches, our pale ale is worth seeking out. It's all about the ingredients, using heritage malts and multiple additions of American hops throughout the brew. Brewed and canned in Kirrawee, Sydney. So, pretty cool. So we got ourselves a Sydney cider. I'm going to go straight out. I'm sorry, boring. I do like it looks, what I'm guessing is, because I've seen a few breweries do this, they use the standard can for all their beers, and then they put like a stickery accent on it, which I think I actually think is a really good idea. I think it's pretty cool. But to be honest, this one's a bit flat, a bit boring. So it's getting a 0 on the can from me. Mm-hmm. Taste-wise, It's not bad. Like, it's pretty good. I think it's getting a 1. And the wow, that pepper is giving me a bit of wow. So I think I'm going to give it a 1 for wow.
Okay. Well, I see what you mean about the can. It looks like they've just got a standard can where it just says Sunday Road, Brewing Co. And then for the actual type of beer, it's just this little sticker that they've stuck on the side.
That's exactly what I just said.
I kind of dig that though, dude. I think it's clever. It's like you just have to chuck a sticker on for your different types of beers. I'm going to give it a 1 for can.
Is that exactly what I just said, Declan?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So I am also talking about the can.
Yeah,
So I'm not going to...
cool.
Yeah. It's got a gold lid. You didn't mention that.
Oh, yeah, I know. Can you find something else I didn't mention as well?
I actually really like... I like pale ales. I think this is good. I love that, a little bit of sweetness, like maltiness to it that you're obviously not getting. I don't taste pepper, so anyway, I'm going to give it a 2 for flavour.
What about wow?
Wows, I'm going to be pretty hard on wows. I'm going to give it... 0. I can't do it. It's just a good drinking beer, nothing crazy.
What about you, Deck? Coming all the way back round.
The bottom of the can is silver.
Yeah, thank you.
That's something different.
Thank you for being original.
And
0.
I think everyone at home will love their eardrums blowing out to hear that fact.
Taste. I didn't really get any pepper or sweetness, so I'm going to give it a 0.
What does this beer taste like?
And,
Nobody knows.
Well, yeah, you didn't bring it to the party, sorry, New South Wales. Never been there, never going to. Joking.
Well, very good stuff. That is great to hear. So I think we're actually going to come back over my way for the next beer. I've got a beer by Lost Palms, and it's their Tawley Middays, and it's a hazy pale. So Billy, did you want to pour this one out, and I will let everyone know a few bits and pieces about it.
I can pour it in my mouth.
For everybody at home, this is by, like I said, Lost Palms Brewing Co. It's called the Tawley Middays. It's from Miami, Queensland.
Say what?
It's from Miami, Queensland. Did you guys know there was a Miami in Queensland?
Is there an Australian pit bull?
I reckon.
Did you know there's an Australia in Miami?
Oh my
Is
goodness.
there? Probably not.
On their website, they say, introducing Tawley Middays. There's a new mid on the block. Tawley Days was inspired by the iconic Gold Coast location, Tollaburgera Creek. I imagine that's exactly how it's said. We wanted to create a beer that encompassed everything amazing about this place and what it means to us.
Excuse me?
Tollaburgera Creek is 3.95 kilometers from the brewery, so we've made the Tawley Mid 3.95% as well. So that's pretty cool. This beer is perfect for those who want a full-flavoured beer with a mid-range alcohol percentage. So
This is a MIDI.
yeah, so it's mid-strength. Looking at your glasses, it's not particularly hazy. Like it's got a little bit, but it's not sort of like your orange punch that you can get sometimes with your hazy beers.
It's flat like a hazy.
I don't think that's generally a thing with hazies, but
It is when I pour them.
yeah. So what are you guys thinking? You guys had a taste while I was reading, and
I
what do you-
definitely did. It's definitely mid. That's what I can say about it.
Declan's just here for the alcohol content, so this is negative wows for him.
But in saying that, I think it's pretty cool that they've made the alcohol percentage like they've stepped out the distance between the brewery and the beach. It's just
That is pretty cool. I will give them that, yeah.
it would have been interesting if they did a beer that was like named after a beach in like Townsville or something. So then it's like 1,000 kilometers.
Blow your head off.
As far as can goes, this is fun. I like the mixture of colors. I like it's not like a picture of a beach, but it sort of implies it alludes to beach vibes, which is what I'm getting.
I'm getting a top-down sort of view.
Yeah, like an aerial sort of shot.
Yeah.
I don't know, I held it up to you, but then took it completely out of shot. But yeah, what do you think of the can, Bill?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like, again, it's kind of similar to the other one, except that like we're talking two different types of artwork here at the beach.
This
and,
is
like
more-
very similar colors.
This is more I'd say this is abstract, whereas that's more like realistic. Well, a more
sure.
realistic style.
Well, there's dolphins, like just there's crazy amount of dolphins in this one. So yeah, we'll
Where-
say
Whereas this one implies, maybe there could be dolphins, but we'll leave it up to you to decide.
maybe there's treasure. We don't know.
Gosh, wow.
Just a chest full of beer. That's kind of like we were given from Tin Man. Just a chest of beer.
We got a treasure trove over
Man,
there.
we found the duty. Is
The
it booty?
duty.
Is it booty?
It's booty.
Found the booty duty.
I'll cut that. So, Dick, what did you think of the taste?
It's nice. It's good. I don't know. I'm not good at this beer reviewing thing. But it's definitely better than the other beers that we've had. I think I would give this one well, I've only rated them 1 or 0.
I thought you were about to say 3.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fine, I'll go 2. I
Okay.
like this one a lot.
To be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed on the taste phase. But I think that's because I put hazies like so high up on the pedestal. Like recently, I've been like going to town on the Hobart Brewing Co. Their Australian haze is like one of the best things I've ever drank. It is so good. But
You're just giving free shout outs. Like,
anyway, what this beer has really done, because while I was looking it up, so they've actually got a Torley Days, which is their hazy pale ale. So this is obviously a mid-strength version of that. This really makes me want to try the full-strength version.
Okay.
would there be much of a difference other than the alcohol content?
You know what, Billy? We're going to have to buy
We're
them.
going to have to go there.
Yep.
We're going to have to step it out.
Let's go to Miami.
Damn,
But
place.
I really like the can. I think I would give the can probably a 2. It's the best looking can so far, I think. Taste, I'd give it a 1 and a wow. I don't know. I really liked it. Like looks aesthetics wise, but the taste is just a bit too flat. So the wow's getting a 0 from me.
Yeah, so it's going to sound super harsh, but I'm going to give the can a 2. Cans, so
That's not harsh.
No,
That's the opposite of harsh.
That's the best you can get.
I'm just soften them up a little bit, and then I'm going to hit them with a 0 for taste.
Ooh.
Jesus, he's got his claws out.
Like you said, I'm very interested to see the full strength. I don't know if that's going to bring much of a difference with flavour, but it just seems, like exactly what you said, just a little bit flat. It's not like a hazy I've really had before. And the last one is, someone remind me again. Wow, no, 0 for wow.
It is interesting. The mid-strength hazy was like a real like hot topic sort of the middle of last year. So I think it's something I'd like to look into a bit more. Like do just like a whole series on mid-strength haze. Dick, what have you done all your scores?
I did I did the flavour, and then you guys just took over.
Then you trailed off. So do you want to finish off for us?
So can I give it a 2? I really like the can.
Yeah.
And nothing's wowed me. I do like the can though. The can is very cool.
Yeah.
I'm in charge for the next one.
So, Declan, why don't while you're reading a few bits and pieces out, why don't you chuck that dirty old can my way, and I'll pour a bit out for all the lovely folks listening.
So the beer was in charge of getting some information for was the local brewing co, the Cherry Ripper or IPA.
I like that you corrected yourself because you almost said the beer you got, but actually, Tin Man
Tin Man.
conveniently sourced all these beers and dropped them off at our door.
Yeah,
Can you
it's very convenient.
Such a smooth plug.
It's like when I opened this up, I was amazed at just the range, the variety, the different types of beer, but also somehow it felt like uniquely picked for us. Like it's mostly beers that we like. So anyway, sorry to jump in, Declan, but I couldn't help myself.
And I because of the name, I thought it was a RIPA, but it's a black IPA. So, which is very scary to me as a guy who doesn't like full flavoured beers and very strong just aromas and strong full body flavours.
Declan, I see it coming out of the can, and you should be scared.
I'm shaking in my
It
boots
looks
right now.
like a cold brewed coffee.
It's apparently it's like got really strong cock.
Cock.
Jeez, Louis, I'm
God,
gonna have to
you
cut this whole episode.
Yeah, wow. You went
Very
deep in your research.
Very strong chocolate coconut flavours to it. So, is anybody
Oh no, I'm just waiting
Still
for you to
processing.
say. Yeah.
This is a Melbourne brewery. They've actually got a brew house opening soon, June 1st. So if you're in Melbourne, I guess go check it out.
I thought you were going to say in Launceston or something.
No,
to
no,
get
no,
me
no.
really excited.
But the website's pretty cool. They have a lot of other cool looking beers that isn't this one. But also
Are you saying this isn't cool?
I brought some cherry ripes if we want to compare it to this cherry RIPA or whatever.
Declan, I love how you commit. Let's do it.
Yep, let's get it going. So while Declan grabs those out, I've actually had a bit of a taste. It's interesting. Like, I don't really know what to make of it because it's got the those like chocolatey sort of those porter. To me, it tastes kind of like a porter, but it's got like the smoothness of like a IPA sort of thing. So I'm a bit confused. What about you, Bill? Have you had a taste?
Yeah, it tastes exactly like cherry ripe.
You're full of shit.
No, this,
Do you mean the
this
cherry ripe
tastes like
does?
cherry ripe.
I also have done myself dirty. I didn't buy 3 of the same cherry ripe. This one is double dipped.
Oh, of course you get the double dip.
Extra chocolatey. Did you also know that... Not 100% sure about this, but Google told me it.
Love these facts from
This
Declan.
was... Cherry Ripe was the first chocolate bar made in Australia. So we are the heroes that made Cherry Ripes.
So did we?
We invented... Sorry.
Oh my god.
We invented, not fact-checked, Cherry Ripes, according to Google.
Interesting. Yeah.
So I can really hear the chewing.
This is delicious.
Hey man, that's a double dip. That's got a thick coating on that bad boy. It's like eating through an aardvark.
Yeah, I am. Cherry Ripe would not be my go-to chocolate most of the time. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not. If you're at the checkout or whatever, and you want to grab a cheeky chucky, I wouldn't grab a Cherry Ripe.
What about in case of a beer, though? Would you grab it?
I was just about to go into that, Declan. If I was at the checkout and they had a row of beers and one of them was like a black IPA, I also think that wouldn't be where I go to. So, Billy, what do you think?
The beer or the cherry ripe?
I don't care. Say anything at this point.
So the beer itself. Let's focus more on the beer. I think it's kind of cool. Like it has got that kind of chocolate, coffee kind of aroma to it. I think it's really cool. It is so rich though. Mm-hmm. Like one can you'd be sipping on for like 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like it is just so powerful. Like you wouldn't drink that much cold brew coffee or anything like that. That's how strong the flavor is for this beer.
Yeah.
But it is super. It's not that bitter. I think it's super smooth. I actually really like it.
What about you, Deck?
I'm not sure if it's the cherry ripe, but when I take a big swig, I do get a cherry flavour. Is that just me, or is that the cherry ripe? I can't.
I don't. To be honest, I think that chocolate bars really ruined any ability to rate this effectively.
I'm going to give this 2s across the board because of the chocolate bar I brought.
2s across the board.
Declan, that literally ruins the whole process, but sure.
I'm joking.
So, to be honest, I think the can is a touch hack. I don't think it's that nice. So I'd give it. Actually, I'm going to give it a 0. As far as taste, meh, a 1. Wow, it's pretty. It's cool, but I don't think it lives up to the hype. So I'm going to give it a 1. What about you, Deck?
So, I'm going to give it a 0 because it's just a sticker. I guess that's what all cans are though. So taste. It didn't blow my face off that it was a disgusting black beer, or it didn't taste like a cherry ripe. So I'm going to give it a 0 as well. Because if it was a disgusting black beer, I would have been like, oh, at least it's, in your face, flavourful, but it wasn't. And I'm going to give it a 0 for wow.
So Billy, what do you think?
All right, so we'll go with the can. Yeah, it's a sticker, but not only that, it's just a couple of cherries. Like, come on, guys, you could have been a little bit more. Like, it's okay. I'm gonna give it a 0. The flavour, as far as dark beers go, I'm really digging this. Like, I'm slowly getting into that kind of category, so I'm probably gonna give it a 2 for flavor. But like I said, it's so strong you can't have very many of these. And for wow factor, it's definitely getting a 1 for wow factor because it's exactly what it did. Blew my socks off. It was probably mostly the cherry ripe on the side, but yeah.
I really think we should have, and you know, we at Beer Babies aren't big enough. We're not so big that we can't say that we're still learning. You know, we're not afraid to admit that there are some things that we haven't tried, and as we get to them, we continue to grow.
It's exactly why we're babies.
I think that
Can't be held accountable.
next time we'll save the chocolate bar for after we've actually reviewed the beer, because I've just had another sip of the beer, and all I can taste is cherry ripe. I think cherry ripe is also quite a strong flavored chocolate bar.
It's good.
But
Knock your fucking socks.
exactly.
2s across the board for the cherry ripe.
Yeah. Well, that's our first 4-pack done. And I think that Tin Man's done a great job, like with that first 4. Any reflections on the first 4, boys?
I think they're all really balanced. We had a dark beer, we had some pales, we had the Yazies. Yazies?
Yazies.
We had a lager as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I don't know if it was a lager, it just definitely tasted like
It
one.
was a lager.
It was
Yep.
literally,
that
it
makes
says,
sense.
I can see my, or whatever it says. Coastal lager.
Yeah, that checks out because it tasted just like a lager.
So
Anyway, it's been fun.
it has. It's been really good. And yeah, again, this was all sent straight to our door. To get this sort of mix of beers, it would take you'd have to shop around for ages. And I think the convenience is really worthwhile. And that's what you pay for. And you know what? If you use our discount code, BeerBabies, at the checkout, then you'll get 10% off your next order from Tin Man. That's 10% off. That's essentially, looking at roughly, you know, I've been doing some maths, you know, I got all the numbers up on the board, I got spreadsheets. Basically, you're getting a free beer. So you're getting a beer on Beer Babies, okay? So if you want, you could send one of your 12 to us.
Have a beer on us and then give it to us.
Exactly. Exactly. If you're a real fan, that's what you'd do. But no, seriously, big thanks to Tin Man for looking after the Beer Babes, and we're going to try to look after you too. So we better wrap this up. So I've taken all the numbers. We've crunched them. We've got out our calculators. We've figured out which was the best beer, which is going through to the grand final.
Drum roll, please.
Duh.
I think you're going to put it in post.
We're going to get copyrighted. So, in equal last place was the... writing's too small. In equal last place was the Sunday Road Blackwood Pale and the local brewing that's too hard. The local brewing co. Cherry Ripper, both with 5 points.
Well done, boys.
In second place was the Lost Palms Brewing Co. Tawley Middays, which means our winner, the winner with 8 points, was the Gage Road Pipe Dreams, which is really
Yeah,
interesting.
That is very strange.
What? It's a lager.
Considering we don't like lagers, and a lager came out on top, which again is just another reason why you should be getting into Tin Man, signing up for a box, because you'll get sent something and you will not expect to like it, and you will. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, we hate lagers, and now we love lagers. Like, we just didn't know.
We're
babies.
We're minutes away from being an exclusively lager podcast. Like,
Oh my god. I am
Welcome
shocked.
back to Lager Lads.
Declan, save that. That is definitely going to be our Patreon.
Will's gonna have to cut that now because that's gonna be.
That's a great
someone's
idea.
Gonna snap that up real quick.
This has been so much fun. Thank you, Tin Man. Thank you guys for coming along. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye.
See ya.
Ciao for now.
Good stuff.
That was a good outro. I can't. How the fuck did the lager win?
I didn't get paid.